Hi, I'm Stefan, the BMW DIY guy. Do you want to easily update the badges on your BMW? I'll show you how. All right, guys, so let's talk about this really easy project and why you might want to do this yourself. Now, it is really common on BMW badges for them to start to fade over time, especially if you live in a really sunny place. Now, and sadly, often the M colors will fade themselves. Now, in my particular case, I actually want to switch to black badging on my brand new M2, and we're going to be changing the trunk badge. It's really simple. Let me walk you through this on how you can easily refresh or update your car. Let's jump back to the trunk. All right, so I've done a little bit of prep work because the one thing about taking your badge off, you want to make sure you get it right back in the exact same spot. Correct spacing, correct location on the trunk. So it's really simple. It's taken a little bit of painter's tape and really marked it out perfectly. So no matter how I put this back on, it's going to go back on in the exact right place in the right orientation and level to the hood. Now, with most things like your trim and other pieces, all you have to do is just take a little bit of fishing line and just get behind the letters and just start cutting this adhesive off, and they just come off super easily. So there goes the two, just like that. And you can see the adhesive that it leaves behind. Then we can just cut behind the M. And in my case, my badges haven't faded, like I said, which they can do, but I just want a different style. So you just go along and use some fishing line. One of these days, I'm gonna have to get some stronger fishing line. There you go, just like that. And it's off. It really is that simple. So a couple of things that you can do. You can often just take this adhesive off by hand if you just kind of just pill it up with your finger. You can also use an eraser wheel on your drill if you have one. Those are an excellent tool if you have a lot of this adhesive to take off. But in this particular case, I'd probably just simply do it by hand. Okay, so go ahead and get the rest of this adhesive off, clean this up, use this opportunity to get any dirt or anything that's left behind where your badging goes, and we'll put the new one on. All right, so once you have it nicely cleaned up, now you can just lay this in here really nicely. Now this isn't like a double applique, it's just adhesive on the back of each letter. So what you're gonna wanna do, and this is why I cut the angle with my tape. I know that if I flush the stripes in the M right up to this side, and I flush the 2 right up to this side, I'll get the proper spacing in between the two. I didn't have to measure or do anything like that. Though what you could have always done if you wanted to is when you had the originals on, you could have potentially put a little mark on your painter's tape as well to indicate the gap in between. But pretty straightforward. So just go ahead and just peel off the new one. Let's start with the M. Just gonna lay it in here really nicely. Just get it at exactly the right angle. Just like that. This is where just a little bit of tape makes all the difference in the world. This makes this just like a 3-minute job. Super, super simple. I take my 2, I'm gonna flush it over here. I'm gonna make sure that it's good and straight on all the tape. Before I press it down, just like that. And there's a little bit of wiggle right when you first put it down that you've got a little bit of room to adjust. But just like that, y'all, really is that simple. So I use this mainly in case your badges start to fade. There's no reason to be running around with faded badges when you can replace these so easily. Okay, so go ahead and just make sure that these stick down really, really well. I wouldn't wash your car for a little bit. Go ahead and pull off your painter's tape and you're all done. All right, y'all, so as you can tell, this is a 5-minute project or less. This is super simple for you to do and can be a really cool refresh on your car, especially if you want to change your badges or they're faded or for whatever reason you want to do something else. You can even use this guide on just how to debadge your car if you're taking them off entirely. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please make sure to click like and subscribe. It makes a genuine difference to my channel and I would really appreciate it. And that way you get notifications of upcoming projects, events, new car reviews, you name it. I have a lot of content coming. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next project.